Oh, I must hit the button by mistake. Hey, hello everybody, what's up? What's up? I know I ain't putting out videos like I should. It's been cold up here in Michigan. A lot of things going on, and I'm about to fill you all in.
Hello, I am Jason SheepDog Hill.
Woo-hoo! Hello everybody. But I do have this nice Street Glide that I just recently purchased, and I'm very happy with it. And I do have a semi truck sitting over there with an F-150 right behind it. Well, I just made a video that was 30 minutes long and it didn't even save it. That sucks. Stupid. Well, you need to see what I'm doing, otherwise it don't make no sense, does it? No, I ain't bragging about my tools. That's not what I'm trying to do at all. I'm just saying, if you're gonna work on these big rigs, you need big tools. Here we go. All right, here we go. This ain't gonna snap back or anything like that. It's not made that. There it goes. Come on, Jason. Daggone.
It wasn't nothing special, nothing big, nothing major. Freol that I kept talking about the other day. This is the can of Freol that it's $8 a can. Stuff ain't cheap.
1986 BC3 Cummins NTC 400. I'm gonna strip this motor down. Strip it all down. Use the parts on it that I can use on my motor to get my motor roadworthy, and then rebuild this block. Then I brought it home. Oh, welcome to SheepDog Logic. We got some good news for y'all. I bought the truck, the watermelon truck, Lieutenant Watermelon. I gave her a bath last Saturday. She needed it. Excuse me, he needed it. Needed a bath. I didn't add nothing to the truck. They were taking the winter off, so I had to get them now. SheepDog Logic. Yeah, sometimes you gotta wonder about your own logic, right? Look at there. Brand new starter. The best one you can buy. It's got some kind of gear, I forget what it's called, a gear reduce. Yeah. So there's the fuel pump, brand new fuel pump. It had to be some guy on Facebook that pointed out, why didn't you just order the Davco fuel filter with the fuel warmer? Why the hell didn't I think of that? So there might be some hope after all. I can't get my impact on there. Oh, shoot, just dropped my dadgum soda. Yeah, so comment, like, subscribe, share, and keep coming back. All right. So hey, welcome back to the SheepDog Logic channel. I'm walking on ice right now with my muck boots, but I thought I'd come out here and have a talk with you. I'll let y'all see the truck as it is, so you can see that I haven't done nothing to it. I haven't done a thing to it since my last video last year when I worked on it the last time. Let's get this light better. All right, that's better. Yeah, so take a look at the old beast, Sergeant Major as we call him. Yep, still looking the same. No different. Everything's as it was. Yep. There we go. Still got a lot of work to learn on this thing. Okay, so my last video, first of all, let me say this, all right. I've gotten a lot of subscribers since my last video at the end of last year. You know, a lot of subscribers, and I'm reaching out to you right now. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. It means a lot to me that y'all subscribe to my channel. I've only got 74 subscribers right now. I ain't making millions or nothing. Don't plan to, don't care to. I just want to share my life with y'all. And I want to get this old truck running, and I want to get my own authority. I'm going to put my DOT number, MC numbers on the side of it, and I want to go down the road and make some money. Now, you've heard me talk before in the past about being over the road. I was over the road for 10 years, 9 years, no, 11 years. And I don't want to go back over the road, 4 to 8 weeks out at a time and not see the wife and the kids and grandkids and all that. No, that ain't the plan. That ain't the plan. I've done the over road before. I've been out there plenty of times. In 2014 to 2016, I was buying a truck and a trailer step deck. And 2012 Freightliner Coronado it was a Fitzgerald truck. Some of y'all know what that is. Some of y'all don't. Fitzgerald truck is a, how do I say? It's a truck that they get from the factory with no engine, and there's some other stuff that they don't have. And then another company like Fitzgerald out of Tennessee buys that truck as is. It's called a glider truck. That's the term it's under. And the 2012 Coronado that I was buying was a Fitzgerald glider truck, and I love that truck. It had the 12.7 Detroit in it, and if I was driving that truck today, I wouldn't have to have E-logs in it. But anyway, in the 2013, I forget the name of that step deck, but it was a good old step deck, really good one. Anyway, so 2014 to 2016, I was running as if I was running with my own authority. I was finding the loads, booking the loads, planning out the whole day and the week and everything, doing all that myself. I was officially leased on with the mom and pop company that I bought the truck through, using their DOT number. But other than that, I was doing everything myself. Well, I'm thinking about doing that again, because I've been looking at the load boards. I got a load board app on my phone. Drive Smarter, I think, is the app. And I've been watching it weekly to see what I can get out of my area every Monday, and where it goes and what the backhauls look like. And see if I can plan that every week. And it looks as though I can. And I'll be back home every day. So that'll, well, not every day. I have to stay a night out, one night out. I leave Monday, stay out Monday night, deliver on Tuesday, pick up Tuesday or Wednesday, come back, stay out another night, and then deliver on Thursday or Friday. So it'd be something. And surely by the time I get old Sergeant Major up and running, roadworthy, y'all know I got a lot of work to do that. Once that happens, that's going to be, 6, 7, 8 months from now. So I'll be looking at the load board between now and then. And then, of course, 6 to 8 weeks to get your own authority and the insurance and all that. Time you get all set up, it'll be by the end of the year. So, but that's what I'll be working on. Okay, so now that you got the update on that, let me update you on a bunch of other things, okay? My last video that I put out, which was the first video of 2023, should not have been put out, okay? I wasn't in my right mind. I just felt like I needed to get a video out there so I could show you guys that I'm still around, still doing the job with the Lieutenant Watermelon. That's my 2005, in case some of y'all don't know, that's my 2005 Freightliner Century with the 12.7. That thing's been giving me a lot of problems. Well, I shouldn't say a lot of problems. It's, these trucks, they need work all the time. They're running over the road. They run nonstop every day, and they haul a lot of weight, and it's a lot of toll on them. So it takes a toll on their drivetrain, their everything. So sometimes it just hits you all at once. Sometimes it don't hit you for 6 months, 8 months, sometimes a year. But eventually it's going to hit you, and it's been hitting me pretty hard. A couple things going on, and this happens to everybody, so I'm just filling you all in. A couple things going on. Basically, since the last quarter of last year, my weekly income's been cut in half. So I ain't been making a lot of money like I used to make. Evidently, the company found some errors in the way they were paying us to do those shuttles. I do a shuttle from Martin, Michigan to Charlotte, Michigan. I do 3 to 4 a day, Monday through Friday. Okay, so there's a few things we're going to talk about on that. Okay, so first of all, Lieutenant Watermelon's been giving me some problems, and I've had to get a new clutch. It's in the shop right now, getting a new fuel pump. Seems like one right after another. So the pay went down, so I've been struggling with that and trying to make as much money as I can, doing jobs that I hadn't been doing for a while because I didn't want to do them. That's going to Chicago. Along with that, here next week, Wednesday, which will be the 15th to the 23rd of the following week, won't be able, no shuttles. So I either take the time off with no pay or I go do something else within the company. And I'll be doing something else because I can't afford. Taxes got done. All that's been on my mind. I owe the government $12,000. I owe the state $3,000. Plus, I'm still $80,000 in debt. You know, because I can't make enough money to pay off my debt. And then once I start paying it off, then you know, Lieutenant Watermelon decides he needs something that needs fixed. So there you go. Yeah, so there's that. Let's see. So I got the pay's been cut in half. Truck's been giving me problems. Lieutenant Watermelon's been giving me problems. I hit a deer again, not with the bumper, but this time he got next to the side of me, and he bent my quarter fender. That's that thing. Oh, sorry, right there. So I got a pair of new ones on Lieutenant Watermelon, and one got bent by a deer. Now, thank God, that's the only thing that happened. So, because that bumper's brand fucking new. I still want to put a brush guard on it, but that's about $3,000, and I ain't got the $3,000 to do it right now. So I'm doing my best not to hit no damn deer. Okay, so we got that. So I'm waiting on the call from the mechanic right now to go pick up Watermelon and take him back to Martin and park him for the weekend because this week's over. I've been off every day this week, which sucks. It sucks, and it's too cold to do anything. Like I said before, I don't wear gloves. I can't. I gotta feel things. I just like to feel things. I don't like to fumble around with gloves. I've never liked them. Never. But anyway, so. But it's getting there. I mean, we're in the midst of winter right now, so you know, winter's kind of weird. Here it is, February, mid-February almost, and it's going to get worse before it gets better. That's for sure. Okay, so then where was I? So I wasn't in my right mind because of the taxes, and I owe the government money. I don't like owing the government money. So let's talk about that just a little bit. All right, if you own your own truck, okay, and I own. Drill Sergeant, he's paid for it. All mine, titles in my name. I own Lieutenant Watermelon. Okay, Drill Sergeant, just to recap on that, is a 1984 International 9670. It's got the Big Cam 3, CPL 625, I believe it is, and it is a beast. And from all my research, it is the best motor that they ever came out with. So I love it. The other one's a 2005 Freightliner Century. It's got the 12.7 Series 60 Detroit in it. Great motor. The trans is giving me a lot of problems. I got that all solved now. Now it's the fuel pump. Trying to think if there was something else I had to do. I got all this other stuff. Okay, so when you own your own truck, you got things you got to pay for. You got to pay for the maintenance on that truck. If you got payments, you got to make those payments every month. And not to mention the IFTA and the 2290, and I mean, there's a list of things, okay? And I don't want to scare anybody that's looking to get their own truck. It's still a good deal to get your own truck, but you got to be smart about it, people. You got to be smart about it. And let me tell you something. I thought I was smart, okay? I thought I was smart, but I turned out not to be so damn smart. And even though I tried to do it the right way, which is before you buy a truck, you got to do your research on that truck. First, you need to do research on owning a truck, what truck suits your fancy, and then you got to go look at some trucks, okay? And don't just buy the first one that sounds too good to be true, because it probably is, all right? So then you buy a truck, you do all your research, all your due diligence, and you buy your truck, okay? Then you got to put money into it to make it roadworthy. You got to get a DOT inspection on that truck, and it can't go down the road until you pass the DOT inspection, okay? Another thing that you got to have, which is imperable. Now, if you're going to lease that truck onto a company, you don't have to worry about things like insurance and plates. And most likely, because the company that you lease onto will take care of your plates and insurance and your IFTA and all the things that you need legally. So that's what you should do to begin with. Don't ever, I ain't saying never, but you should not, in the beginning, once you buy your first truck, go get your own authority. Now, some of y'all, high speed, top-notch people, and you can do that. And there's been a lot of people to do that, okay? There's been people that went right from the no CDL to owning their own truck and business and made it work well, okay? But they had other things in their past that brought them to that point where they could do well. Most of us didn't. We didn't have nobody teaching us about money and stuff. And my dad drove truck my whole life, and he never taught me anything other than the mechanics of the truck, you know, how to drive it. He didn't tell me about the business aspect of it. He didn't even talk to me about his truck when he owned a couple of trucks. He never talked about the fact that he owned a business, okay? And a lot of drivers I know today that drive their own truck we're talking about here, not a company truck, but they own their truck. They're making payments on it or they're not or whatever. Don't treat it like a business, okay? And that's your number one mess up right there. If you don't treat your truck, that truck right there, as a business entity, an asset, that thing doesn't make me money right now, but it did it for 3 months at one time. And the other truck that's in the shop right now makes me money every week. That makes it an asset, okay? You must treat your assets well. Okay, so you got this truck, right? And then you decide, okay, I like this truck, so you're gonna buy it and you're gonna put some money into it, new tires, brakes, wheel seals, whatever it needs. You get it going. You got the money. Now you get the DOT inspection, it's ready to rock and roll. Find your company, sign on to them, they accept you, you sign a year contract or whatever the contract is. They give you your first load. Before you move that first load, how much money do you got saved up in the bank for breakdowns? Blown tire, lights go out, fan belt breaks. I mean, the list can go on and on and on what can happen your first day driving a truck, your first week, your first month. I was under the, when I started out, I had 10,000. And that'll cover transmission, everything but the motor. Really, it will. And a lot of the work you can do yourself, learn how, or you can find a decent mechanic that don't charge the same thing the dealerships charge. You know, Freightliner down here, Grand Rapids, or down in Grand Rapids charges $165 an hour. I got a mechanic that charges $90. I got another mechanic on the side, can't do a lot of jobs, but he can do the brake jobs, stuff that only takes a couple hours. He can do that for $50 an hour. Because he just works off on the side. He's not a business per se. So that's why he don't charge a lot. But anyway, he does a great job. I trust him with my truck and all that. But anyway, so if you ain't got, like say, $10,000 and even more, I mean, the more the better. All right. Like I said, 10,000 will cover a transmission and everything under that. You know, won't cover the motor. Some small stuff like a fuel pump, you know, and stuff like that, belt, pulleys, I mean, radiator even, right? But it ain't gonna rebuild a motor. But 10,000 will cover pretty much everything else. So you gotta have at least that. Well, I had at least that. I sure did. The problem I ran into is I was trying to get that big beast right there up and running. I want it running today. I want it running tomorrow. Yesterday, okay? And I put a lot of my money into it, so I was going through the money. Okay, I was buying things for Lieutenant Watermelon out of that 10 grand, fixing it up for one, fixing the things that need to be fixed, and also replacing things, upgrading things. And I wasn't able to replenish that 10 grand fast enough to get me out of the hole I'm in today. Today, I'm in the hole. The money that the mechanic's gonna charge me to fix my truck, I ain't got. I mean, let me say this, I got it, but if I give it, I won't have money for nothing else. So good thing he's a nice guy and I can pay him half today and then pay the other half next week. But then I'm still stuck because you know what? My bank account's maxed out, my credit cards are maxed out, I got 2 of them. I use one for my maintenance, which is a $15,000 card. It's maxed out. I use a $10,000 card for a backup, and it's maxed out. Okay, so I'm in a bad position right now. I really am. I'm really in a bad position. If anything breaks today or tomorrow after the truck gets fixed, anything within a couple $100. I mean, if it's 1,000 or more, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I need that truck. I need that Lieutenant Watermelon to work, run down the road each and every day for at least 3-4 months. The tires are good, the brakes are good. Everything's good on it, but it's the one thing that fails that you didn't plan on. Fuel pump, sure in the hell wasn't planning on that. I had just got the truck. It was a week, not last Tuesday, a week ago Tuesday. Yeah, okay, so okay, so let's see. The last Friday of last month, January, the truck was running just fine. Hooked up to all my loads, delivered all my loads, brought back all my empties, all that stuff. Everything worked just fine. Parked the truck Friday, went home for the weekend, come back Sunday, got to work, got up Monday morning, started the truck, and I couldn't put it into gear. Shut the engine off, put it into gear, started up the truck, and the truck started lurching forward. What the hell? Why is that doing that now? Why wasn't it doing it Friday? See, that's the thing with me in my life. Things always seem to happen Monday morning. They don't seem to happen Friday, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Well, the good thing is it didn't happen on Friday on the road, so I didn't have to get a tow to take it somewhere to get it fixed. It was already broke down when I brought it back to work. So there you go, guys. I mean, you might not have my luck in life. Praise the Lord, you know, I'm still alive and I'm still kicking. I still own the truck and I still own this beast up here. And that's just the way it goes, man, just the way it goes. So we just got to hope and pray and work hard, and hopefully the truck will last for a while. But so yeah, Monday, what was it, the 3rd, something like that, I don't know. So the clutch obviously was out. I couldn't run, so I had to send it up the road to a company called Neil's Truck Parts, and they only do drivetrain. That's the only thing they work on is drivetrain. They don't do motor work or body work or nothing like that, just drivetrain, that's it. So they replaced the clutch for me. That was $4,200. I get it back out Tuesday, go back to work Wednesday, and the damn truck is running fine. Thursday it's running fine. Friday it decides it's going to give me a hard time starting, and I get it started, and then we get down the road. I can tell idling is something's just not right with the idling. And it has low power on the low side. So if I go to do a tug test on a trailer, which everybody should be doing, by the way, it stalls out. Or if I start out in 4th instead of 3rd and bobtailing or something like that, it stalls out. So I knew there was something going on, but I didn't know what it was. Bottom line, drop it off. So that was Friday. I came back in Sunday, okay. Where was I? Okay. Yeah. So the truck ran. So that was on a Friday when the clutch was bad, but I didn't know it until Monday morning when I tried to start the truck. Okay, so again, I come in, I pick up the truck Tuesday, truck's running good Wednesday, truck's running good Thursday, truck's not running so good Friday. Had a hard time starting it, but it did fire up and run. It got running, it ran okay. So would I come in? Yeah, I came in Sunday. That's right. Okay, so I came in Sunday because I knew it was going to be a hard time running it. Saturday, I spent all day Saturday trying to get it running, and I did. And it ran fine, okay, or it seemed to run fine except at low idle. I shut it off when it was all warmed up. I shut it off, go to restart it, and it don't want to turn. It wants to turn over, but it don't want to fire up. So I work on the. It gets started. It rolls over more than it should. Let me get back to where I was. I'm sorry. I apologize, people. I'm all over the place right now. It's cold out here. Anyway, but I was able to fire it right back up, but it doesn't. That truck starts like a brand new truck. Okay, so when I shut it off after warming it up to top temp, it should have fired right back up. I mean, as soon as you touch the key, it should have boom, fired right back up like it always did, but it didn't. It had to roll over a few times, and it felt weak, and it just finally started, and it ran, but I could tell the problem's still there. So I came back Sunday night earlier than usual so I could get it fired up, and if I had to, I was going to run it all night long. So I worked on it for 2 hours, couldn't get it started. It wouldn't even fire except on the ether. It would not fire at all. and it didn't seem like it was picking up the fuel. It seemed like it was picking it up, but it wasn't picking up enough. I popped the fuel line that Saturday and seen that there was no fuel coming through the line. So I left it open and rolled it over a few times till I got the fuel coming out. And I seen the fuel coming out, so then I closed the line and I was able to get it fired. So I come back Sunday to do that same thing, but no matter what I did, it wouldn't fire. It would fire off ether, but it wouldn't fire off its own fuel. So I call up my mechanic, Tim, where it's at right now. He tells me that he won't be able to get to it till Tuesday. So it sat down there Monday. I came home Sunday night. Now, wasn't nothing I could do. I was gonna get it running that Sunday, and I was gonna drive it up to the mechanics. That way I wouldn't have to pay a tow bill, but couldn't even get it started. So Tuesday he picked it up with he's got a tow buddy friend of his that's got a tow business, so he used him to get it up there. It's been up there since Tuesday. He just called me this morning. He said that it is the fuel pump, which explains, and now tells me that all the things I've heard my whole life about fuel pumps either are bad or good. There is no in between. They go out, or they run good, they work good, or they go out and they don't work at all. Well, my fuel pump didn't do that. It actually started getting bad and worse, and it got worse quick, and now it don't even pick up. So he knows now it's the fuel pump, and he thought it was the fuel line, so he changed out the fuel line, and that didn't fix it. So he's replacing the fuel pump now. I should be getting a call pretty soon. Like I said, today I'll go pick it up and drop it back off at the Martin warehouse, plug in the block heater, and come back Sunday night and try to see what I can do to make money. So that's where Watermelon's at, and that's, you know, it's no work for one, so there's no income for every day that truck's down. And that truck's been down all this week, okay? And it was down last Monday and last Tuesday. Or not last Monday and Tuesday, but the week ago, Monday and Tuesday. So it was down that week. So I only worked 3 days last week. And then this week I'm not working at all. So there you go. And if you ain't got money to live off of when this kind of stuff happens, because your shop is going to go in the shop, your truck is going to go in the shop one day. I guarantee it. It's just a matter of time. And when, it'll never be the right time. It'll happen, but it'll never happen at the right time. So be prepared for that. Have money. You should have at least $10,000 for maintenance only. Okay, and then you should have money to live off of for 3 to 6 months. Do it. Don't go into business. I don't care what business you got. Okay, don't go into business where you have an EIN, tax number, and all that stuff, and you're in a different tax bracket, and do all that work, and then all of a sudden, and not do the due diligence. Okay, that's what I mean. Not do the due diligence. But yeah, so that's where we're at. My life just hasn't been the same since my last video of 2022. So it's not me whining here. I'm not whining. I'm just telling you the facts, okay? And I'll be getting more videos out. Now I'll even do a video on Lieutenant Watermelon, and we'll go from there. But I just want to update you guys. First, I wanted to tell you thank you for all the subscribers that have subscribed to my channel. I know it ain't exciting like a lot of other channels. I know we don't blow stuff up, buy stuff, and just run it off a cliff, or do all that kind of stuff. No, we work around here. We actually work around here, and we take care of the stuff we buy, and we don't break it just to break it to make ratings on a damn YouTube channel or whatever. If my life's interesting enough to anybody that you feel like somebody else in your life might want to watch my videos, well, you know what to do. And let's see, is there something? Oh, I don't even know. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff I'm not sharing with you. I didn't bring you up to speed when I put that flatbed on the pickup truck. It's definitely better with that, no doubt about it. I've been working on this thing up until winter time to get the leaks to stop. I got just a tiny freaking leak, and it don't even leak unless it's raining real hard. Yeah. So we're going on 30 minutes here, so I think I'm gonna call it good, and I'll get more videos out there. I will, guys. I will, ladies and gentlemen. whoever's watching this. I think it's awesome that people sign up to my channel, and the least I can do is get some more content out there, and I'm gonna try to make it the best content I can. I'm gonna get better every year, as you know, and this year my goal is to get more content, not only that, but quality content. So while I'm working on something, instead of worrying about that it's seeing me and what I'm working on, let's focus on what I'm working on so y'all can see how I do things and go from there. So with that said, y'all have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. God bless. We'll see you next time.